Good morning, good morning. It's Celeste at Astrology by Celeste. Yes, it is. I wonder if maybe I need to clean my camera or something. I feel like I look a little, like the color is not very vibrant. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Dangles. Hi, Dangles. Welcome, welcome. I can't read. The print is too small. Hi, Caroline. Good to see you. And Veronica and everyone. And Indra and Nicole. Hey, Nicole. So good to see you. Yes, yes. And Lily. Let me light my candle. I'm lighting a future candle for today. Yes, I am. Yes, this is part of the Tarot Trio. This is the future candle from the Birthday Company. I love those candles. They smell so good. And you get the Tarot Trio, has past, present, and future. And there's like a tarot card like charm inside, but you don't know what it is until it burns down. I love it. Okay. And I'm an affiliate, so you can get a discount if you go to the link in my bio. Okay. Hi, Simeon and Jennifer. Hey, Lara. Hi, Talking Bear's daughter. Listen, my voice. Listen to my voice. It's ever since Norwalk, my voice has been a little off. Maybe I think it's just allergies, but yeah, I feel fine. Yeah, I'm after my birthday month, I'm back on my Prolon, my 5-day fast mimicking diet where I just love it. And it's like takes it all off. And then it resets you so that the cravings are gone. Because I have been, going out. Yeah. So now it's time. And it's a beautiful time to do this because Venus in the sky, and Venus rules pleasure, is moving to square Saturn. And Saturn limits and puts boundaries on and control. So this is a great new moon, which is happening tomorrow. We're having a new moon in Gemini at 16 degrees of Gemini. And this is a great time because the new moon is conjunct Venus. So the sun, the moon, and Venus will all be at 16 degrees of Gemini. So even though the new moon's in Gemini, it's got this, which is an air sign. Air communicates and air connects, is ruled by Mercury, our thought processes. So even though there's a lot about communication and thought processes and transportation, that's another Gemini thing, and local stuff, siblings, like your cousins, things close to us are Gemini, like early childhood education. Even though it's very Gemini because of that conjunction with Venus, it brings in all this stuff about relationships, Venus topics, relationships, pleasure, attraction, and all of this kind of stuff. Resources, Venus rules resources. And it's going to square Saturn. So there's going to be clarity and boundaries and limits. These are all the things. Saturn brings reality. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a tough it's the next couple of weeks are kind of, the energy is a bit tough. The next through next Friday, I think it's a little tough. So just be mindful. There's kind of bummer energy, so it's temporary. It's just what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Bonjour, Martina from France. And hi, Jimmy. So good to see you. And Anna's now in Portugal. Yes, yes. I'm so happy for you, Anna. Yeah, I have been busy sharing my words. I've been on that threads. Sorry, I'm having a hot flash. Oh, these things I hate this. Like Mars in Aries, because I have my moon in Aries, it started the stupid hot flashes again. Yeah, as it like transited my moon. I hope they dissipate when Mars goes into Taurus. But yeah, so I've been and so just so you know, what I'm doing is I'm reading the astrology and using some of my, downloads I get to talk about the nature of things that are coming up. Like I did one about, what did I do? I do these on threads, and then I put them in my stories, and sometimes I put them on my wall. But they're like predictions about how the energy is going to show up. And so just like you, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know exactly how, but I see the nature of it. And I knew like there was going to be this perverted stuff with celebrities or royalty. And it turned out to be Kanye. Kanye, stand by, stand back, because Kanye is probably going to be wilding out this summer because he's a Gemini and he has his sun conjunct Jupiter. And we have Jupiter in Gemini now, and it's coming for his sun. And Jupiter inflates things and makes things bigger, and the sun is the ego. And he has his Mars, Venus, and Chiron really tightly together in Taurus. And Mars is going to enter Taurus this weekend. And so Mars and Taurus is in detriment in Taurus. And if his chart is rectified, if it's correct, it's in his Taurus is in his 10th house. So we're going to see all this craziness get even more escalated. If you can believe that is possible. Yeah. I wish he had somebody to tell him to go take a rest in a private place and be quiet and get help. Yes, I do. Because it's very concerning, his behavior. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I love these candles. Yes. No, Nicole, I am not. Yes, that was an eclipse. My boo was, I talked about it before. Eclipsed out. Yes, but we're friends. Okay. You've been having a tough time with putting down the hammer on your adult children. Yeah. Well, this is a new moon, Nicole, to set intentions about how you're going to put even more limits on them and help them get clear. But what I think you really need to think about, because Venus is squaring Saturn on Saturday, so if there's money, if they're always trying to put their hands in your pockets, that could be something where you get serious about. And then next week we have Mercury square Saturn, and there may be even more of like a conversation about this. This is a new moon to really think about adulting, about how you can take on, because it squares Saturn. Saturn is maturity. You can be more mature with your decisions and whatnot. So yeah, it's I'm sure it's incredibly tough. I have such a hard time putting my limits and sticking to them on Debo. I can't even imagine how you're doing it with your adult children who are like him, stubborn. Debo is my dog. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Jimmy, it's been something. Yeah, Life over 30. Ooh, okay. Oh, trickster energy, Anna. But keep hope alive. Yeah. Hi, Teresa. Oh, and why can't I read this? Dangle. I'm just going to call you Dangle. You've been struggling. You can let me know your real name if you want. I've been struggling with holding my ex accountable. My adult children are fighting with me. Time for truth so I can move forward. Yeah, well, Mercury in Gemini, really one of the Mercury in Gemini is at home. And what it has the power to do is to give us the words and to speak clearly and concisely with impact. So I'd love for you to write down what you want to say before you say it, and then do some editing. And yeah, and do it now before Mars goes into Taurus, because Mars in Aries is at home. So giving you the courage to like really say what you want to say. And Jupiter can make it, like Jupiter and Gemini can help you with that storytelling with your words. Yeah, that's got to be hard dealing with, conflict between you and your ex-spouse and the adult children and all of that. Oh, good. Yeah, unveiling of truth is Armageddon. Yeah, I hope he will be fine, Kanye. I hope so, because yeah, because we're having Mars. When Mars gets into Gemini, that's what I'm thinking. August, yeah, Mars and Jupiter in Gemini. Maybe hopefully he'll use it to make music rather than offend um, black women. Okay, let's see. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I think I love these comments. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Veronica, yeah, all the adulting, yeah. I know Devo's so adorable. It's hard. Oh, good. I'm glad you love this week's podcast. Mars enters Taurus on Saturday. Yes, it does. Yeah, Saturday. This weekend's going to be interesting. It's this weekend has like some tough energy, so just be prepared. If you think you're going to la di da di da and go out and just everything's going to go easy, fun, and da 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 da, it's unlikely because Venus is coming, and Venus is the la di da, going out to have fun, is squaring Saturn in Pisces. So there can be delays because Venus in Gemini, because there's traffic. You thought you were going to get there in 10 minutes, it takes you 30 minutes or something like that. Saturn in Pisces, the weather, maybe there's a rainstorm comes out of nowhere. Saturn in Pisces, like somebody you're planning to go have fun with is all gloomy and downtrodden. And it may be for good reason, but it kind of puts like a damper on the energy. And then Mars goes into Taurus in the sign of its detriment. And if somebody's mad about something, or you have like a fight with Mars, or somebody's like there's conflict with Mars at the 29th degree of Aries, and then it goes into Taurus, and then the person just shuts their mouth. Taurus is silent, like the Buddha, and they're just mad and fuming with steam coming out of their ears. But, and they're your spouse, so it's like, you're having a terrible evening. So yeah, and then Mars squares Pluto is the first thing it does when it goes into Taurus. And so there's this intensity, unearthing of things. And then this Gemini, the Mercury in Gemini, so mad, mad, mad. But maybe every once in a while they pop out something out of their mouths that's not very nice, because now Mercury it met Jupiter, so it's still carrying some Jupiterian energy, which is very positive, but it's going to square Saturn, and that's when somebody says something real mean. Ooh, you like that? Like you can't believe they said that. Yeah, it's so mean, and it's said clearly, concisely, with like flair, with Mercury and Gemini, wit and stuff. So yeah, so you just be mindful. Like conflicts can be like it's bumpy. That's what it is. It's just bumpy. It's bumpy, but we can get through it. I mean, we have no choice really. Yeah. Yeah, so and what else is happening? There's other stuff happening in the energy, but having Saturn and Mars so activated next week it's going to make it intense for a lot of people. Now, how you can use this, well, on Sunday, oh my goodness, I have a friend who committed suicide many years ago, and we're having we're going to be celebrating her in part on Sunday. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to a dinner party, Venus and square Saturn. We're going to be talking about our friend who and she went missing. So they never found her. So it's very tragic and very awful. And yeah, and it's been many years, but we are going to be getting together to in part to have some celebration of her life, because there never was like a funeral or anything because she went missing. Okay, very sad. So this is Saturn. This is like Venus square Saturn. Now, What else can you do? You can do what I'm doing. Prolon, like maybe you want to quit sugar or limit it. That can be a way you use this energy. Like I'm doing my 5-day mimicking thing. You can go to the link in my bio if you want to join me. If you need to, if you feel like you want to like do a reset or a cleanse, this is great energy to do it under. Yes, you can. What else can you do? Money. Venus rules money. Like, do you want to do some budgeting? This is a great way to use this energy. Do some budgeting. Mars and Taurus, trim the fat out of your spending. Taurus rules resources. Venus is associated with money as well. So that's great energy to do this under. Okay. Yeah. I guess... Okay, Jimmy, I didn't mean to upset you with my comment about Kanye. Just so you know. Okay. Oh, Veronica's already seeing mean words happen. It's weird. You get transits hit before the week they happen. Okay, Veronica, the first thing Mercury did when it went into Gemini was trine Pluto. So even before that, while it was still in Taurus, like it was applying to Pluto, and Pluto it can be really extremely mean, as well as Mars and Saturn. So yeah, you said you feel it earlier. Yeah, transits can come in. Like transits you can feel these things if you're sensitive, like 5 days before, maybe even more for you. Yeah. Oh, you have a birthday outing with a friend. So Wendy, really notice how you see Saturn. Do you see it in the weather? Do you see it in the conversation? Like you're talking about a friend who's having hardship. It doesn't have to be you, but there's going to be something of like this dour nature that comes up. Notice what you're seeing with your eyes. Do you see like a little old lady like on a cane, like having trouble walking? That could be Venus square Saturn in Pisces. Or do you see someone crying, like a little old lady? It doesn't have to be a little or old lady, but yeah, older person crying or something like that. Yeah, probably female. Yeah. Oh, you've written choice words for all of your children, your adult children. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Is it good energy to start a business? Integration? No, this is not good energy to start a business right now. Yeah, no, Venus square Saturn, because Venus rules the money. Saturn delays it, so no, absolutely not. If you want some help, I'd suggest you come for a reading, or you can do an Ask Me Anything, and I'll give you just some highlights, but definitely I would not start it under this energy. I would wait till the Cancer new moon, I think, is much better. Yeah, the Cancer new moon is much better. I want you to start your business under a new moon that has good energy for you in your chart, and at least has good energy, because you want a business where you want the money to grow well. Yeah, and Cancer is fertile energy. Yeah. I would definitely not do it under this new moon. It's a lot of tough energy that's slow. Yeah. A trine is when two planets are in signs that are the same element. So they're either air, fire, earth, or water. So Mercury in Gemini is in air, and Pluto in Aquarius is in air. So Mercury and Pluto are in a trine. It's smooth, easy flow of energy. Trines remove all restrictions. So in general, they're positive. They're thought to be about luck. And, you know, they're the nature of Jupiter. So they tend to be luck. But they can also be like you're walking and you trip and fall, plop, and it could be a trine. Like if it's Mars and Saturn are involved. Yeah, it depends what planets are involved. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you, Jimmy. Yeah, about that. Oh, your adult daughter is trying to decide if she should go back to Howard. I really want her to go, but if you say anything, she'll do the opposite. Well, it's your choice, honey. Should Nicole wants to know, should she tell her? Let me pull you a card, Nicole, just real quick. What do you need to know about your telling your daughter to go back to Howard? Uh, let's see. I pulled the Hierophant upside down. So the Hierophant is like the spiritual leader or the teacher, and upside down, to me, it's like, you know the answer to this. Let her make her own decision. You know, if you put pressure on her, she's going to do the opposite, especially now between, like, the word of the day. I've already recorded my podcast for next week. The word of the day on Monday is no. And on Sunday, I talk about, like, this could be a lot of conflict between parents and children because of the energy where, like, there's like digging in heels. So I would say, you know, oh, it's your choice, honey. And if you're paying for it, maybe you can pretend like you're relieved she's not going to go back so that you can save some money. I don't know if that mental jujitsu would work on her or not. So that's just a thought process. You can't get mad at me if you try it and she says, oh, I really want to reduce the financial pressure on you. It doesn't go. That is just a thought. So, yeah. Okay. Yes, these are the cards we're going to be using. I'm just talking. We're supposed to be actually doing the Astro and the Oracle program. And you're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And the deck is Valorious Tarot. Yes. Valorious Tarot. This is by Sam Rook. This is an incredible deck. And she did this for her daughter. And it's just this beautiful energy. And the reason I wanted to use this deck is because of the Sun-Venus conjunction. But before that, an announcement. I recorded my New Moon in Gemini workshop on Sunday. You can get the recording, and it'll really give you a lot of insights about working with this new moon energy. Because as I said, this new moon is a little difficult, okay? So you can listen to that. Yes, and of course, the Celestial Insights podcast is available wherever you listen, Apple, Spotify, all the things. You can listen to that to help you navigate the energies of the week like a boss. Yeah, we're all going off on tangents. I know, Lara, like, your tangent tracker is busy today. Yeah. Oh, good, Lara. I'm so glad you love the recording of the Gemini New Moon workshop. I thought it was a really good one. Okay. Since you couldn't make it. And I did hot take readings too, as I always do. Like, I teach for an hour about the stuff and then do readings. So you learn chart reading techniques as well as things about charts. And so these decks are really beautiful. And another thing while using this deck is her husband passed away. She's a young woman. And her husband got sick and passed away. So Venus square Saturn. So I'd love for you to support her and her deck. It's a rock pool deck. And she documented this on Instagram and whatnot. Yeah, he was a young man. Very sad. But anyway, we're using this because Venus Cazimi. Yesterday, the sun met Venus in Gemini at 14 degrees of Gemini. Yes. And speaking of Kanye, like, I posted this on Threads, but it was on his Jupiter, exactly. And one of his employees is suing him. You can read about it. Yeah. So Jupiter rules legal affairs. So if the sun Venus Cazimi was on, and if you have anything right at 14 Gemini or right about there, or square it in Pisces or Virgo, or opposite in Sagittarius, there may have been a story in your life. I'm feeling this really strongly because I'm a Taurus sun, and I've got 5 planets ruled by Venus. I've got planets in Taurus and Libra. So, and Venus rules those signs. Yeah, you may be feeling it a lot as well. And so the sun spotlights things, illuminates things, and focuses us in on things and Venus topics. And in the collective, there's been a lot of talk because Mexico has its first female president. Venus rules women. Now it's squaring Saturn. And I was like, what is this square to Saturn? And it turns out that this president is like she's very disciplined and controlled with how she speaks. And the New York Times did a talk, like they talked about her, and that's the words they use: disciplined and controlled, to describe her and how she comports herself. Yeah. Now, sadly, in Mexico has had 30-some assassinations of political leaders during this season. People running for office, which is terrifying, really is. Anyway, today or yesterday, a mayor of a city in Mexico was gunned down, and she's a woman. So this is Venus square Saturn. A mayor of a city in Mexico was gunned down. Her and her bodyguards were gunned down in the streets. Yeah. Yeah, so that's very sad. So it puts like this damper on the celebration of this new female president, because a lot of the reason there's a lot about violence against women in Mexico that people want addressed. So that was more political. It wasn't like domestic violence, but it, again, just illustrating this. And we're going to be seeing hard stories in the news. So maybe it's just the news. You don't really feel it so much in your own life about, domestic violence, all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, with Venus square Saturn. Or a woman. Lara says a tangent tracker is going crazy. The deck is named Valoria's Tarot. And I'm going to put a link to my Amazon storefront. You can just go to the link in my bio. It's one of the decks on my Amazon page. And I get a couple pennies if you buy it through there. Yeah, but I'll put, after I'm done, I'll put a link here, and then I'll take a picture of the cards and put in my stories with the link if you want to get it through my Amazon store. Yeah, okay. Okay, and see, this is, look at how pretty the back is. Yeah. Okay, let's do the cards. I haven't walked Devo yet. He's like, but he's just resting. Okay. We're having a heat wave. This is another way this is showing up. Venus rules comfort, square Saturn, a lack of these terrible heat waves. So you're just out and about, sitting out sweating and all this, and just, it puts a damper on your fun. Okay, Aries. Aries, I pulled 3 of Wands for you, but I pulled it upside down. Yeah, so the 3 of Wands about, this is a reminder for you to think about, like, if you're planning something, slow down and maybe double check everything, because with Mercury and all this Gemini energy, there's 5 planets in Gemini. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury's the trickster. So with Gemini energy, you often need to do things twice. Have you already noticed this? I've had to do things, and Jupiter's there. So some things you may have to do 3 times. It's this energy of having to repeat things. So just double check, make sure there's no spelling mistakes and all of that kind of stuff. I think is the message for that. So the 3 of Wands, and there's an astrology correspondence, is the sun in Aries, if that is interesting to you. Yeah. And let me see if I want to say anything else about that. Yeah. Delays and obstacles to your goals. Yeah. But I think it's because you need to double check things. But just don't get too frustrated if something gets delayed. It's the energy. And if you're trying to make a connection with someone, Mercury and Venus will meet in Cancer on the 17th. That's a good day to come together with something. Yeah. Yeah, that's a day where you can. So if you want to, like, tomorrow's not the day, and Sunday, Sunday, the sun square Saturn. So that's another big bummer. Sun square Saturn. You may just be tired, or the authority. That's a great time to tell your children, these are the boundaries and we're sticking to them. Yeah. Because the sun is the authority. Square Saturn gives the rules, the limits, and the boundaries. That's Sunday. So, yeah, we've got Venus square Saturn, then Mars goes into Taurus, then Sun square Saturn. We're going to see a lot in the collective. Yeah, but I don't want to get distracted by talking about, mundane astrology. All this stuff going on in the world. Let's keep it on the personal level. Gemini. Close. Okay. Taurus. Okay. Ooh, another upside down card. The Four of Swords upside down. Well, for Taurus, the Four of Swords right side up is like you need to rest. So Taurus, this might be like it's time. The rest is over. You had your birthday month, and well, for Taurus suns, but Mars is going into Taurus. So that could be like, okay, the rest is over and it's time to start methodically and with determination, taking action forward. Yeah. So I like that for Taurus. And the Four of Swords, if this is meaningful to you, is the astrology correspondence is Jupiter in Gemini. Yeah. Jupiter in Gemini, and it can be burnout for you as well. Ooh, this is more likely, actually. I don't know why I'm thinking the rest is over. It's time to get moving. Because this is like it's time to rest, and this can be like, well, you decide. You know yourself. Is it this and that can be true with Gemini? Is it like you've rested too long and it's time to get going, or is it that you're burnt out? Taurus. For me, it's like burnout. I really have got to. This new moon is in my 12th house. I've got to just lighten up my schedule. Oh, I already did news. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes. Yes, I already did some news, but I don't want to get distracted with Israel. Israel is under a lot of pressure and Israel's a Libra rising. So I talked about that on the podcast, how some things that may come up. Yeah. From my perspective, from looking at the transits. Okay, Gemini. It's Ooh, Gemini. Four of Crystals. This is Four of Earth. So Four of Pentacles. So this is about conservation. Now it reminds us not to be greedy, but for Geminis, with Venus in Gemini squaring Saturn, to me this is about like thinking about making sure you are conserving your resources for a rainy day. Yeah, that's Venus square Saturn. Conserving, limiting your expenditures, the things you're buying for saving for a rainy day. Saturn's in Pisces. So think about that. Yeah. That is what I want you to think about, Gemini. And let me see. What is the astrology correspondence to the Four of Pentacles? That's Capricorn. That's Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter is in detriment in Capricorn. And no, Jupiter's in fall in Capricorn. Yeah, it doesn't like to be there. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great advice to conserve your resources. Let's see. Do I want to say anything else about that? No, not really. Or bring stability to your resources. Oh, good, Raina. I'm glad you love this deck. Okay. Cancer. Ooh. Interesting. Two of Wands upside down for Cancer. Look at all these upside down cards. This is like, because this is a lot of this is internal. yeah, the sun Venus is encouraging us to look at our values and things like that. We may be finding ourselves thinking about how we communicate and think about relationships and all of these topics. And yeah, this is the Saturnian influence, just having a lot of these upside down cards. So the Two of Wands is typically a card about like looking out to the future and like things that's associated with travel and whatnot. But upside down, it could be like, this to me is like leave your house, progress and all of this kind of stuff. Leave your house early if you're going out this weekend, because there can be delays. Yeah, and just be aware there can be a little like bumps in the road during this. And again, like the planning. This is great energy for planning, because if you have a lack of planning, things may not go very well. Yeah. Okay, Leo. Oh, the Four of Cups upside down again. So I like the Four of Cups is like, can be a lot about like apathy, or where you're just feeling a lot of ennui. For me, this card is about being discerning. Like, you've got all these cups in front of you and someone is offering you another one, but you've got so much on your plate. Sometimes you have to say, decline invitations. That is Venus square Saturn. Someone invites you to do something and you say, sorry, I can't. I have too much on my plate. So, but it's upside down. Yeah. And I like to read them when they're upside down. Let me see. I like to get some additional keywords when they're upside down. Okay. This could be about being too aloof that you miss opportunities. So watch out. Like, being discerning is very good, but being too aloof, or this could also just be about like being bored or something like that. But one of the things I'm recommending for people is to sit with a little bit of boredom. This is great because Gemini energy is very buzzy, buzzy, buzzy. It's nervous, it's restless, and it just starts to do stuff, just to it distracts yourself. Like, can you like just sit with boredom and like really check in with yourself about what's going on with yourself is really important with this energy, because otherwise, if you're like upset about something and not recognizing it, it can come out in an unhealthy way. Let's see. Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, declining. Your ex's. Okay. Your ex is a Cancer. Yeah, very internal. Yeah. Yes, internal is the upside down cards. Yes. Yeah, like taking a step back, being alone is great for this weekend's energy. At least for a little while, doing some introspection, doing some journaling. Yeah, now is the time, Jimmy says, now is the time to put your house or your mind in order. I love that. Yes. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Thank you for the badge. Leslie says boredom, as a quote, boredom on her desk. Boredom is the birthplace of creativity. I love that. It's so true. When you just stop, that's when the great ideas come in. Making space. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Virgo. 7 of Swords. Well, here's a right side up card. 7 of Swords. One of the most feared cards in the deck. So, because this could be a card about, it's not funny because it can be hard, about deception, also betrayal. So I want Virgos to be really careful online, like doing stuff online. Or if somebody's reaching out to you online, they could be up to no good. I think about that with the Gemini influence. Or like there could be something where there's some kind of Look at that. She has a bouquet full of swords. Yeah. Yeah, but for Virgos, really a call to think about how you speak to yourself and can you reframe it in some ways, because like try not to like pick at yourself or anyone else for that matter, Virgo, with this energy. Let's see. Did I do Four of Cups? Four of Cups is Moon in Cancer is astrology. I know that because that's and then Seven of Swords. And this is all temporary. All of these cards so far have been minor arcana. None of them are major. So this is like this temporary flow of the energy. And the Seven of Swords is Moon in Aquarius. Yeah, let's see. Now, you can be strategic with the Seven of Swords on a more positive note. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say about that. Yeah. Yeah. Some people will be thinking about they're getting away with something, but with Saturn, consequences, reality. Yeah. Lots of people getting caught. You'll see a lot in the collective about that as well. Okay. Libra. Seven of Cups, but upside down. Libra can be, this is so interesting for Libra, because Libra can be indecisive on the shadow side. And the Seven of Cups warns us about illusions. And there's so many options to choose from. And yeah, some of them are, and they're all different, and they will have different results if you pick them. So with this upside down, and Venus rules Libra, and Saturn brings reality. Saturn can help with making things clear, like especially if you've been in a fantasy world about some things, and sometimes reality can bite. But I'm hoping with the Seven of Swords for Libras, there can be with this new moon. And Gemini and Libra are both air signs. So there's a trine. Air communicates and connects, and this trine's a smooth, easy flow. And the thought processes. Maybe you'll get clear about some things you were confused. Should I do this? You'll get clear about this with this new moon. Yeah. And the Seven of Cups, let's see, is Venus in Scorpio. Yeah. Get clarity about how you strategically want to move forward in relationships. But this can also be, like with this, can be about, like I said, like I'm doing my cleanse, so limiting all the indulgences, the food, and drinking, all of that kind of stuff. Not limiting, like getting rid of some of that temptation can be how you use this as well. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay, Scorpio. Look at all these upside down cards. I pulled the High Priestess upside down. So for Scorpios, the High Priestess is about our intuition, and being able to read the energy. But upside down, I want Scorpios to not let yourself get too carried away with because Scorpio is like the detective, and like don't let your mind start thinking so-and-so is cheating on you or doing all this stuff, and letting your mind like just run away from you like crazy in these scenarios, because what you're thinking may not be accurate. It may be more of just fear getting out of control, because Saturn is fear too. So this Venus square Saturn, I'm fearing that my whatever. So don't look at the phone. Don't look at the phone. You know, find other ways to manage the relationship. And this is the high priestess is the moon is the astrology correspondence. So really be mindful of letting yourself get too far. And you can use pull your own like tarot oracle cards if you're thinking about something, but don't get suspicious and take actions that are going to cause a conflict in relationships, like snooping on someone's phone. Oh. What, Jimmy? I have to read up on that. Hi, Sep the Dreamer. Yes, yes. Oh, Rita, I'm sorry. You got the Seven of Swords twice in one day. Yeah. You pulled it for yourself. Well, it's telling you that that's important. Okay. Okay. 3 rested. I'll have to read about that. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay. No, we're doing Capricorn, right? No, we haven't done Capricorn yet. Yeah. Okay. We're doing Sagittarius now. Sagittarius is the Empress, but upside down. And the Empress is Venus. And upside down, like Sagittarius can overindulge and overdo it. So just think about, what are you overdoing, Sagittarius? Do you need to like bring some limits or boundaries on the enjoyment of whatever it is that you do? Can you think about like doing some curbing or curtailing it? And yeah, in relationship, think about, like, are you staying away from commitment that would be in your highest good? Because some of the shadow Sagittarius can be commitment, fearing or lacking commitment. But maybe you don't want a commitment, or maybe this can be about a relationship. Well, this relationship has run its course. It may be just a friend or something like that. That might be coming up with Venus, the Empress. But I think it's more about spending. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's more about spending, or like put the potato chips down, something like that. That's what I'm getting for Sagittarius. Yeah. Yeah, the world is very upside down right now. Yeah. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, finally somebody got a good card. 3 of Crystals. This is like the 3 of Pentacles. This is Capricorn gets well, they're all good. Yeah, they're all for your highest good. But this is about collaboration, the 3 of Pentacles. And the astrology correspondence is Mars and Capricorn. So yeah, who do you want to collaborate with? And Capricorn's very comfortable with Saturn. This is why Capricorn got a good card, because yeah, you're comfortable with that Saturnian energy about the results or the benefits being delayed, and having that stick-to-itiveness to move through things in order to get to what you want. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. I'm getting for you as well. Okay. I love that. Okay, Aquarius. And okay, a couple of people, if you put, do I have time? Oh, maybe I don't. Well, if just like, I'll do 2 or so. If you put your sun, moon, rising in the question mark, I'll do a couple before I go. Aquarius, Knight of Swords upside down. This is a reminder not to be impulsive, Aquarius. Especially, yeah, with all of this air energy, like with all of there's this smooth, easy flow. And Aquarius, you know, on the shadow side, sometimes you can get to talking. And a lot of Aquarius, especially Mercury and Aquarius, people are brilliant and like they think like way far ahead in the future, or their minds work in these amazing ways. Well, some people's minds are slower. So try not to get like going so fast and getting frustrated with someone because they're not able to keep up mentally with you. And then you say something not so nice and you hurt someone's feelings. So that's what I'm getting for you. Okay. And okay, I've got enough of the ones. Okay. And then for Pisces, the Hangman upside down. So Neptune is the astrology correspondence for the Hangman. And it's about taking a pause and reflection and an action. And upside down, for Pisces are very comfortable with Neptunian energy. Let's see. Okay, this is about delays, but this is about come off your cross if you are, because Pisces sometimes can be a martyr and feel so put upon and, oh, I do everything for everyone else. No one does anything for me, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So this is a reminder, if you are doing all of that stuff, your loved ones are getting tired of it, can you come down off the cross, face reality, do some adulting about your part in the issues? And maybe, can you get that emotional, that what you need in other ways besides whoever you're expecting to be everything? Yeah, that's what I'm getting for that. Oh, you took a 9-month pause. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay, now I said to put in the question mark, so I have to do that. Hey, Vernon. Okay, Vernon has a Capricorn sun, Virgo moon, and Virgo rising. Okay, hey, Vernon. Ooh. I got the 3 of crystals and the 7 of swords. So I want you to be careful, Vernon, about who you're collaborating with. I don't want you to be too trusting, especially the next 2 weeks. There's energy of, is someone not pulling their own weight when you're in collaboration with them? Because the 7 of swords is like, can be deception, betrayal, or getting away from something with something. Are you in a team situation at work and like one person's not pulling their weight or something like that? So how can you deal with this, Vernon? Oh, look at this. The Page of Wands upside down is on the bottom of the deck. This is just, to me, the big message I'm getting for you, Vernon, is be mindful of the company you keep and like being too open about what you share. Like, especially if you go to like an event or a party or something this weekend, and if there's someone there who like triggers your spidey senses, yeah, don't not listen to it. Like, when they're trying to pump you for information, just be very mindful of what you're saying to them, because they may have some agenda that's not all on the up and up, is what I'm getting with that. Julia is a Taurus sun, Pisces moon, and Gemini rising. This is interesting. Okay, Julia, Taurus sun was 4 of swords. Pisces moon was, and the 4 of swords is upside down. Pisces, the hangman is upside down. And then 4 of crystals is right side up. So, Julia, to me, this is about, because the 4 of swords upside down, like fours, or two fours, and fours about stability. And the Four of Swords upside down is about being discerning about what, no, not, that's Four of Cups, sorry. Four of Swords upside down can be about burnout or about the time to like get going, because Four of Swords is a rest card. So, but this can be like if you don't get rest, you will get sick kind of energy. That's what I'm getting for this. I'm getting like this is a time for you to really conserve your energy with the Hangman, which is about pausing. And this means like you have really, really, really got to pause. And Four of Crystals, like to me, this is about conserving your resources. As what's your sun sign? Let me look again. What's your sun sign? Taurus sun. Okay. And then what's your Gemini rising. So this new moon, this new moon has a first house for the Gemini rising and a second house for the Taurus. Yeah, if you're a Taurus sun, that puts Gemini on the second house. First house, second house. So it's about first house, your physical vitality. And to me, you're run down. You're run down, you're tired. Really a good time to slow down. And Venus square Saturn, get rest. Mars going into Taurus. Yeah, get rest. Thank you, Vernon, for the badge. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, good, Julia. It's accurate. Okay, you are very, very welcome. And the Page of Wands applies to you as well, which was upside down. I do not recommend you take on anything else. And think about what you can take off your plate, is what I'm seeing for you. Okay, I better go. Debo needs his walk. And I need to eat my bar for my breakfast and start drinking my water for my Prolon. If you're interested in it, you can go to the link in my bio. I have a discount code. I love it. I do it twice a year when things get out of control, and it helps knock out all of those cravings and whatnot. Okay, I will be back, I think on Friday, talking about the chakras with Susie. I have to make sure. She might want to delay it, Venus square Saturn. We'll see. Yeah, but you can grab the recording for the New Moon Workshop. Thank you so much for coming. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for the badges, everyone. Bye.